Back at it again with Sharky J. Now, we looked at her other video. She was explaining about, what the hell was she explaining about? Movie. Oh, the Madam Web. Was that the Madam Web movie? No. Oh, it was the Silk. The Silk show or movie that was coming out. She was giving us news on this. Now she giving us news on the Batman movie Warner Bros. Just destroyed why they said no. I'm going to check this out on stream, of course. But yeah, I trust her with the news outlet. Come on, let's watch it.
You know, for a while, I've spent time wondering why exactly DC Studios has such a hard time producing good content. And as I was thinking about it, I came to the conclusion that, guys, this is a real medical issue and we can't make fun of them for it anymore. They're obviously allergic to making money.
Facts. Big facts.
Hi y'all, Snarky J Cosplay here. So despite
I said
all the
Sharky
absolute
Snarky.
garbage Warner Brothers / DC content we've gotten in the past few years, it seems like they are hell-bent on absolutely tanking this property because they even kill off content that would most definitely make money.
Yes, sir.
Of course, am talking about the recent developments and recent news about an animated Batman Beyond film that will most likely never see the light of day. All of this comes to us from Twitter, now known as X. Yuki Demers, who is both the producer and production designer of both Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse, he revealed that he and writer Pat...
That's crazy. If they would have said yes, they would have had he would have had two movies going up against each other. Two companies would have had two movies from the same person going up against each other, bro. In cinemas. That's crazy. And that Batman Beyond, that artwork looked good. That movie looked good for what it was. And how could y'all pass on that, though? I said this before. I don't know what it is, but they just say no to good shit, bro. They said no. They said no to this. They said no to the the Batgirl movie that had Michael Keaton in it that they filmed. They said no to that. They said no to the Batman live action Batman Beyond movie, which was going to have Michael Keaton in it because the Flash did bad in it. Michael Keaton was going to play the old man to hand the torch down. He said no. They said no to that too. So what is it, bro? Like, it don't make sense.
Patrick Harpin actually pitched a Batman Beyond animated film to Warner Brothers / DC recently, and they were basically told it's never going to happen. Apparently, by the end of this full-length movie pitch, the never had turned into a maybe, and now Yuki Demers is hoping to eventually get to pitch to James Gunn so they can eventually make this movie happen. We need to delve deeper into this. Let's take a look at this stuff, shall we? I mean, look how absolutely stunning this concept.
I might have to make this my background, no funny. This looks amazing, bro. This looks amazing. And of course, it's obvious. It obviously reminds you of Into the Spider-Verse because it's the same creator. This looks amazing, bro. And it's more futuristic because Batman Beyond does take place, further into the future.
Concept art is, if there's one thing that gets complimented frequently about the Spider-Verse movies, it's that absolutely iconic art style. And honestly, looking at this concept art, I think that style fits in perfectly with the sort of futuristic setting that Batman Beyond takes place in. So why the hell won't DC let this happen? I mean, we've already seen that the Spider-Verse movies are essentially money printing machines.
Yes,
the first film, Into the Spider-Verse, had a budget of just $90 million.
I think the only thing we wasn't seeing was like the comic book Flash stuff. So we just saw all
and
this.
Globally, it raked in over $384.3 million.
Talk
about profit. And when it came to the second one, Across the Spider-Verse, that one nearly doubled the box office earnings of the first with over $690.9 million globally. Numbers like that, for an animated film that isn't like DreamWorks or Disney, that is unheard of and absolutely incredible. So why wouldn't Warner Brothers jump on this? Unfortunately, I can can think of a few reasons. Batman, much like Spider-Man, is an icon. So to
Yes,
the
it is.
majority of casual audiences, there's a few concrete things about Batman. They're used to Batman being Bruce Wayne. They're used to Batman having a certain look. They're used to Batman having a very specific rogues gallery. Namely, they're used to getting Joker origin stories over and over.
If anything, DC, I don't know. Yeah, I can't even say y'all can't afford to lose anything, cause y'all have already lost. Y'all have already lost, bro. You can afford. You need to be taking all chances, all risks, any means necessary at this point. At any means necessary, take all risks. This could have been a money grab before James Gunn took over. I'm not gonna lie, whoever was running DC before James Gunn, bro, I don't know. I believe that their goal was to tank the company or something, bro. There's no way. That dude probably hated his job or something. I don't know. Somebody must have did something to that man. Somebody did something. Because there's no way that y'all let that man get away with, like, green lighting these certain movies and being like, yeah, alright, and turning down these good ones. Like, I don't know what was going on. Maybe his wife wasn't giving him something at home. I don't know.
Over and over. They're used to Poison Ivy, Harvey Dent, Mr. Freeze, all the usual suspects, essentially, of Batman's rogues gallery. Batman Beyond is very different from classic Batman. For one, it's sort of a relic of the 2000s, when the studios felt that we needed a teenage Batman for people to look up to, so they essentially aged
I gotta
Bruce
watch
Wayne
this.
out
I
of
got
the
the
role and
DVD of the
instead
whole
made him
show.
a mentor
I haven't
to
started it
Terry
yet. I got
McGinnis.
2 other
And that's
shows I
not to
gotta
say
watch,
that
bro.
Batman Beyond wasn't absolutely fantastic. Terry had a great dynamic with Bruce Wayne. He made for a
Yes, he
really
did.
interesting
I have
Batman,
watched the
and there were
movies,
some
though.
fantastic storylines and super interesting villains.
That was a
in
tough
that series.
transition.
But the fact of the matter is that Batman Beyond never really took a firm hold in mainstream media. So most casual audiences don't know who Terry McGinnis is. They've
I
never
do.
even heard of Batman Beyond.
But see, okay, if they didn't know who he was, right? Like, I know who he was. I remember this show coming on. The reason I need to watch it again is because, when you a kid and you watch a show, you're just watching the show. You're not really understanding or anything like that. You're just watching the show, and you kind of just catch it when it comes on, you know. Now I'm going back watching these shows, and I'm actually, like, paying attention to, like, the story and stuff like that, which it does help. It does do a lot. So you end up liking the character more, other than him just being cool, but you actually, like, get a connection with him or the character, But yeah, I need to go back and watch this jump. But either way, if people didn't know who he was, this movie, especially the art work of it, would have definitely put him on the map. He definitely would have put him on the map. It would have put him on the map, and people would have asked for more, just for the artwork alone. And the story was great, because I'm pretty sure the story was going to be great. I'm not even doubting that. Look at Into the Spider-Verse. Those stories are great.
So essentially, I think the way Warner Brothers looks at it is, if they make a Batman Beyond movie, they're pushing a Batman that doesn't look like the Batman everybody knows. Terry McGinnis' Batman costume is kind of a deep cut for casual audiences. Most of them haven't seen that version of him, and they're not used to a Batman with, like, no chin and jaw out. They're
I like
pushing
this
a Batman
suit, though.
who is also not Bruce Wayne. A Batman set in a different timeline, because Batman Beyond is supposed to be the future, and he's also going to be fighting villains that people have never heard of. And I'm sure that some of you will make the argument that Miles Morales is also a very different Spider-Man. His suit is different. Miles is also very different looking than Peter Parker. A lot of people these days can relate to him more because they see themselves in
Dan Lee,
Miles.
R.I.P.
Essentially, what happened is, with Bruce Wayne, you had a white guy that eventually got replaced by Terry McGinnis, another white guy who almost looks exactly like him. Now, am I saying that I consider these things to be continuity problems. No, I think
Nah.
Batman Beyond as an animated movie would be absolutely killer. And honestly, the fact that the producer of the Spider-Verse movies is the one who wants to do this, and we've got all this fantastic concept art of the Batman Beyond movie that he wants to make, this is great stuff. And the Spider-Verse movies are proof of concept that when a film is animated really well, has a super distinct style, a great soundtrack, even if it's not the iconic Spider-Man we all know and love, you can still develop new love for a different version of the character and get a lot of people completely engrossed in hearing that story be told. You guys know that I am not James Gunn's biggest cheerleader. Unless he casts me as Catwoman, he and I are not buddies. I don't want to be a hater, but for James Gunn to essentially close his ears to this pitch when he spends all day fighting people about nonsense just goes to show you that maybe when it comes to DC, his interests are 100% in making his own little niche nonsense and not actually producing things that the fans would be really excited to see. While I think that producing that Batman Beyond animated film...
Now, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm a fan of James Gunn. Guardians of the Galaxy is not probably. It is my favorite trio out of the Marvel franchise. Guardians of the Galaxy was the first Marvel movie I saw in theaters, so it holds a special place in my heart. But news did come out about James Gunn and this animated stuff, and he wants to do an animated Justice League, but they're dinosaurs. Who wants bro, nobody asked for that, bro. Not saying it's gonna be bad or nothing like that, but nobody asked for that shit, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Nobody wants to see Batman as a fucking T-Rex, bro. Like, I don't care about that shit. I'd rather see this. I'd rather go to the theaters and see this than see the Justice League as Jurassic Park. Like, no. Absolutely not. Nobody asked for that shit.
Film would have those challenges.
The music
that
probably
I
gonna be
mentioned
great in
earlier.
it though.
I don't think that any of those challenges are anything that a really good marketing campaign couldn't fix. I 100% think that if this animated Batman Beyond film got made, DC would see incredible box office earnings, a resurgence for love for both Batman and Terry McGinnis, who's super underrated. It would be really great for the fans, and it would 100% get modern audiences interested in DC again because they already loved Spider-Verse. But
yeah,
I guess DC just doesn't have it in them to do it. And that's all from me. I've been Snarky J. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more Snarky J, be sure to check me out on Instagram. And if you'd like to support me, my content creation, and this channel, be sure to check out and consider subscribing to my Patreon for exclusive photo shoot content. I will add links to both of those in the description below. And let me know your thoughts on Batman Beyond being canned in the comments below.
Tough. She bad as shit though, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with her.
Shopify's point is...
Where Paul's that not only would Batman Beyond be a money printer, it'd be an opportunity to introduce the Batman Beyond era to the mainstream. Absolutely. Side note, when Bruce hung up the cape after almost needing a gun. Yeah, that was the movie. That was the movie. After needing a gun, that was the powerful moment that deserves some explanation. Absolutely. I agree with that. To this day, we still have to wait for Terry McGinnis to return. Yup. Hey, nah, I ain't gonna lie. The jump when Bruce put up a gun, like he put the gun up, because he was about to shoot that nigga. Because your man was bleeding out the mouth and all that. That was a powerful moment. And that was only a cartoon. Like, he was in there whooping niggas' ass, but he was getting his ass beat too, though. That's tough. God, this is so disappointing. Batman Beyond was so good. The last episode even revealed that Terry was a clone of Bruce. I do remember seeing like a clip of that on TikTok or something. I still need to go watch the show. I'm just hooked up right now with shows that I've started and I'm trying to get finished. So, and before I start any like new show, I want to finish these shows first. Yeah, but this is a good video. I agree with everything she said about it. It would be a cash grab. DC just fucking stubborn, bro. We want to see movies like that for DC, and I want to be a DC. I am a DC fan. I'm not gonna lie, and no funny. I'm tired of seeing the same characters, you know, come into the play. Like I want to see new characters too, though. I like the old characters, but I also want to see new characters. Like give us a we want to see that Batman Beyond movie. Yes, that animated movie. Yes, we want to see that. But also, hold on, let me get serious with y'all. I also want to see, you know who else? I want to see Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. I want to see them too. If you a real one, you know who they are, bro. And the backstory for them. If you ever seen, I watched Justice League, the cartoon, and Justice League Unlimited or Ultimate, whatever. I watched the whole show, I think, last year. And that episode with Big Barda and Mr. Miracle and the Flash helping them, my favorite episode, bro. My favorite episode. I wouldn't mind seeing a movie with them in it. I wouldn't mind that. But that's just my opinion on the subject, though. But yeah, man. Hope y'all have a good day.